Hello. You're tuning to the episode of The Wunderkind Show. Today's second topic, what do we do about Mark Andrews? What will you do for our Mark Andrew? Boom, boom. Look, guys, I you know what's crazy? Some people say we do these things because we're in the moment. Some people say that, he's a great player and they don't understand the hate or the hype. He's been one of the most consistent and also Lamar's favorite target. I get all of those things. I'm speaking strictly from my perspective. I think it's time to move on from Mark Andrews. Now, I know a lot of people, heck, if I was probably in front of Lamar right now, you'd probably tell me I'm crazy. I'm being real with you. But I want y'all to hear me out in this episode because I'm going to talk to you guys. Because this is something serious and I feel like a lot of times things get lost in the sauce. So I'm going to lay out all the facts before I even get into being me. I want you to read this real quick. Right? I want you to read that. That's Mark Andrews in 8 playoff games. 39.4 yards a game. 0 touchdowns. 1 fumble. 8 drops. And on top of all of that, the game-losing drop versus Buffalo. And this guy, Garrett, I believe, also said, I'm not sure how we're supposed to just accept this type of play. Don't know where we go from here. And the last time I remember this was with Lee Evans. This level of, oh my God, how do you drop that ball? How? You're a professional. There's no excuse. But the reason why it sheds even more light, because as you look on, you realize this isn't a one-off. This has been the case every time he's been in the playoffs. I used to always say this, and this came from me. I used to always say that when women get to around 30 years old, that bad boy persona and everything gets thrown out the window. They want reliability and stability. That means they have to be able to count on you to be a reliable person and stable enough to be consistent. That's exactly the things that he loses, those traits, once the playoffs start. And it's not 1 year, it's not 2 years, multiple years. I've brought this up before this game. And everybody that watches the channel knows I'm not lying. Everybody. I've said multiple times, his hands are questionable. When it's time to get the job done, his hands get going somewhere else in the opposite direction. I'm going to go even so further. Y'all think I'm joking? Y'all might be like, oh, what happened? What does this look like? Y'all remember this play? Do y'all remember that play? I remember that play. Look, that's the same exact, almost the same exact play, but that was against Pittsburgh. You see what I'm trying to say? That was against Pittsburgh. Yeah. This is not his first time. Look at this. And once again, the media has no care because all they're doing is blaming Lamar. They're literally blaming Lamar. That's all they care about. They're like, yes, we can slander him all summer long. When there's none of this stuff and there's no thing there, guess what they can still do? Slander. That's what he's looking on doing. That's it. Slander, 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 slander. That is it. That's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. But that's what we're going through with this team. That's exactly what we're going through with this team. And that, to me, is why it's time to move on. I know the camera cut out. Don't worry, it's going to come back up. Let me tell you something right now. I don't dislike Mark Andrews. But we need guys that when it comes to the playoffs are reliable and stable. There's no more of this, oh, it's okay, we'll make it work, things will get turned around. No. Like, how much more time are we going to waste? How much time, much more are we going to waste? How much more excuses are we going to give? We have guys on this team that can do the work, do the job, but only can do the job in the regular season. Listen, let me tell you something right now. There's no reason why the only way you can win with Lamar Jackson is if we're perfect. That's foolish. And if he's perfect. It's just not feasible. Other quarterbacks do not have to worry about that. They don't have to worry about that at all. It's never a time where it's like, oh my God, I made one mistake and we're going to lose this game. No. Their team can rally and say, okay, guys, no problem. We got this. Except for the Ravens. Except for them. It's yeah. Lamar made it a mistake. Oh, my God, the game is over. How could you, Lamar? How could you do that to us? We believed in you. You're supposed to be special. And it's like, he is special. He has shown what he could do. This whole idea where it's, he got to be perfect for us to win is ridiculous. Just like what I said, even with the play that was made, the fumble. We've watched him make that play like 5 times this season. When that play happened, I was mad during the stream. I said, why? I was like, yo, what's going on with the snap? But in that game, they held up on the blocks. So he was able to pick it up, or at least have enough time to pick it up, pick it up, and then go create magic. As soon as he got his hand on the ball, they were already ripping and tugging at his legs. That's a problem, guys. That's a problem. And that's where it starts to get to the point to where you're like, okay, enough is enough. Because at what time do we say it's time for us to move forward? If this was anybody else, we're not having that question. We're not having that question. We're not. It's only questions with Lamar. And another thing I was even saying, and I said it in the other video, I said, look, I have a problem with John Harbaugh. And the reason is not, I don't put this loss solely on him. That'd be foolish. But my problem with him is all season long, you knew where the weak spots were. You knew. You're the coach. You knew. And instead of saying, okay, we got to get this fixed, he said he'd rather lose and do it his way than do it any other way. You feel me? That's what he said. He said he'd rather lose doing it his way than doing it any other way. And he expected everybody to be like, oh, feel sorry, feel so happy for what's his name. There it goes. When he got the Pro Bowl nod for Lele. Why would I feel okay about him? Everybody or anybody that watches tape knows he's been a problem. You had so bad, you had some Ravens fans be, oh, well, he's gotten better. Better? Like, I was laughing because Coach, shout out to Sip the Tally. You know what I'm saying? He called it out. He was like, yo, look at the tape. Beating him right off the snap. A lot of those, what's it called? Where Derrick Henry was getting stuffed in the backfield. Linderbaum was getting blown up. Falele was getting blown up. So then it's on Lamar. Because the other guys around him can't do their jobs. It's a team sport. Why do you feel, as a coach, you feel so comfortable to make sure your guys plays, even though you know they're not playing up to par? And then you work whatever behind the scenes magic you can to get Falele to make it to the Pro Bowl. What? And people are going to be like, oh, well, look at all the help. All the help. Nasty work. Nasty work. And also I feel, and look, I know that a lot of people are going to say Lamar. I feel sorry for Derrick Henry. I really do. He didn't play his best game either. He dropped 2 easy passes. But man, the guy had an amazing season. An amazing season. He's locked in, just like how you see Lamar's locked in. And we came up short. You know he's frustrated. He came here to win. Man, I just want reliable guys. I want reliable guys. Guys that when the crunch comes out, they'll catch wide open balls. The moment is not too big for them. Like, that's the problem with our team. Every moment seems to be too big for them. And I'll keep banging my hand against the table. Likely should be tight end 1. That's what this all centers around. Mark Andrews, for as good as he has been during the regular season, has come up short. He has been absolutely horrible in the playoffs or injured. There's no in between. So we keep a guy that can show up in the regular season as a weapon and then drops wide open passes throughout the playoffs. And he's going to, and a lot of that stuff turned into turnovers. Because he don't, usually when he drops it, he'll pop it into the air and stuff like that. Oh, man. Listen, man, we're going to keep breaking all this stuff down, the game tape, what people are saying. We're going to break it all down, guys. I know you guys are frustrated. I know you're hurting. We should have won that game. Stay the course. Stay the course. Let me tell you something, guys. Life can really bite sometimes when you have all your ducks in a row and it still doesn't work out. You understand? But that's what makes the ending or the success or the breakthrough that much more sweeter. I know that it hurts because I'm hurting. Can you imagine when we finally do win, the type of, the exhale, all those things, like people just celebrating the happiness, the true form of joy manifesting itself amongst all of the Raven flock? Because we would have seen every bad thing that could happen for it finally to take over and us break through. That's happened in our last Super Bowl. All of the mishaps. Finally we broke through. Don't get down. I know it hurts. We got a long way to go. It's going to be a long summer. I got y'all. I'm going to be here the whole step of the way. I'm going to be streaming in the morning times. So y'all have some stuff to go to work. Like the morning show. I'm going to start having the Wunderkind morning show also. And we're going to make sure that you guys have all of that moving forward. You'll see. We're going to make sure that we have everything at our disposal. Because we got to stick together in this, guys. There's nobody else. But let's see what happens. But what do you guys think? Do you think it's time for Mark Andrews to go? Do you think it's time for him to go to another team? Do you think that would also alleviate, because if he's gone, it alleviates about $11 million off the cap? Let me know what you think down in the comment section, please, all right? But as always, this episode of The Wunderkind Show! Thank you for watching. Y'all, now we get down. We have fun and we laugh. But everything we talk about, we're going to do what? Facts and truth. Guys, I'm very sorry about the camera. Sometimes it does that. It's really cold down here. When it gets cold, the USB sometimes clicks itself out and you start getting those back feeds where the camera will shut off and stuff like that. But we did get it fixed, and yeah. So I love you guys. Thanks for the understanding. But if you would like to donate, help out the channel and stuff like that, because we're actually putting away for a new camera, bottom of the screen, QR codes to a Cash App. Cash App located in the description of every video that we do. Name of it is money sign The Wunderkind Show. Super easy. But once again, it's The Wunderkind Show. This is your host, signing off. And as always, you know my slogan. Peace. And I am out of here. Huh? Yerp.
Finish him, Daddy.